so sorry this is happening. I'm sorry that you guys have to go through this. I'm sorry that this country was built on oppression. It was built on the white man stepping on the necks of colored people to get ahead. Sorry that nothing changed. I'm sorry that this country was built on the idea that Black people are less than human. And I know sorry doesn't do anything. I know, I mean, who am I? I'm just a random person on YouTube saying sorry. And I just want to let you know that I stand with everyone of color, everyone who has been oppressed by the system, but especially Black people. I will never understand your pain because I have the privilege of walking down the street and not being Black. And it baffles me to even think that, because yes, I'm a Latina woman, okay? I'm still a bottom feeder, as the white people like to think, but I can use my privilege over what the Blacks are given and say and acknowledge it and say that I'm sorry, and I will always speak up for you guys, and I will never understand why this idea that Black people are less than human. And I probably am rambling because these past few days have been very overwhelming. I know nothing in racism has changed. It's just being recorded now. But I feel like it's happening a lot more. And it's crazy because when we were in school, we were taught about, MLK and Malcolm X and the Black Panther marches and all that. And I remember thinking, oh wow, like I couldn't imagine living in a world of separation. We learned about integration and all that. And I would look around and I would always think, man, I wonder which side I would be on. Clearly I would not be with the whites. But I remember always thinking that. And here we are, we're living in it still. And it hurts so bad because I was never taught that Black people, dark people, were less than. How does that even make sense? We're human. And I'm seeing a lot on social media posts, a lot of support. And I love that, but you can't just post anything. Go donate to foundations. Go donate to funds of people protesting and getting arrested. Go sign petitions. Call your local government. Call the government. Call your local politicians. Get your voices heard, okay? We need to do better. We need to do better. And I want to talk about the protests because where George was murdered, there were not riots, there were looting and burnings, and anger makes people do crazy things, and do what you gotta do to make a statement. And I'm here in Tampa, and overnight was crazy, and I felt like Tampa took advantage. I understand anger. Do what you gotta do. Half of me is like, Tampa took way advantage of this. They looted and burned down stores and shops in the community that are predominantly Black. So I feel like they're hurting their own neighborhoods. And then the other half of me is like, it's a revolution, baby. They need to be heard. We need to come together as a community, and this is the only way they're hearing us. If we're silently kneeling, it's a disaster, and they're wrong. And if we're burning buildings, people are wrong. So I guess just do what you gotta do. And I just wanted to say, that I'm sorry. And I could never imagine. It baffles me. I can't imagine just living while black. And it hurts to see people that I love going through that. It hurts to see people that I love, who they love, and they're just humans. It doesn't matter the color of their skin. And it's coming from cops, people who are supposed to protect us, people who we're supposed to call when we're in danger to serve and protect us. Who do we call when they're the ones on our necks? I'm sorry that this world was so ugly to you guys, and I'm hoping for the better. How are we supposed to love each other? How can people say all lives matter but exclude the black people? Are you kidding me? And I know I'm not making sense. I just wanted to come out here and say that you are seen, you are heard, you are loved, you are understood. This has to change. This has to change. Like I said, this YouTube video may not reach anyone, but I just needed to get my word out there. You are seen, and I love you guys, and it's time to take back what you've lost, what you were never given. Yeah. I keep wanting to say I'm sorry, and I do want to address the Hispanic community. Let's not act like it's just white people against black people. A lot of older generations of Hispanics are very ugly, very colorism, racism, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I want you guys to act up, to speak up and acknowledge, what a lot of Hispanics have put in the minds of their children. God, if you go to any of the islands, any of the countries in South America, whatever, there's dark people, but yet they're the ones treated worse because of the color of their skin, and I don't understand it. God, I don't know. I just want people to start acknowledging their wrongs and learning from it. Racism was something that was never taught to me. No hate at all was ever taught to me. But it's hard to not hate the white man right now, because this country was built on the white man bringing people down. And it's so hard not to argue with people on social media that aren't voicing their opinions. It's so hard to not to call out the friends that are staying silent through all this. And I feel like people are really showing their true colors during this time. And I know this is nothing new. This is just something that our generation is going through. Every generation has gone through it, and it's our time, but I want this to be the last time. So like I said, my dearest black people, I'm so sorry. You are heard, you are seen, you are loved by so many people. And I hope this changes. And just gotta keep fighting the good fight. Yeah. Love you guys.